Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Super Sam Sports Encore podcast. I'm very excited for this one. We have not been live on this channel for quite a bit, and I do know. But we are back. We are back. Doing a watch party for the basically opening day for college men's basketball. Houston versus Lehigh, and also Baylor versus UT Rio Grande. So I'm excited as always. We were gonna do Ohio State earlier at would start at 5:30, but unfortunately that was on Big Ten Plus, and I don't have Big Ten Plus. So yeah, but we are gonna do Houston versus watch party for the two games: Houston versus Lehigh and Baylor versus UT Rio Grande. So I have the game. This is gonna be interesting. Also because my setup is different. My setup is different now. I have to look back here. So yeah, up here is the Houston and Lehigh game. I'm about to go downstairs and get my computer for the Baylor game, or maybe I can. On. Is there a way I can do this, or like, is there a way I can? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. But real quick, guys. Let me be right back. I'm gonna go real quick get my computer so I can put the Baylor game on. Be right back. All right, let's see how this is gonna work. I whatsoever did not think of prepping for this stream, so I'm completely messed up, but it's fine. Where is it? Baylor and UT Rio Grande. Alright, right now UT Rio Grande Valley UT Rio Grande right now leads Baylor 7-0 with 17:44 to go in the first half. I'm shoot. Hold on, let me do something. I'm just gonna set it on the ground. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna get better at preparing for these streams. It's been a while. All right, Houston just joined a 3 to start off the game 3-0 over Lehigh. Lehigh now has the basketball. Lehigh is looking at right now playing the passing game, just keeps passing back and forth. Pass again. Oh, Houston almost knocked it away. And great job by the Houston defense. Turnover for Lehigh. Houston basketball again. 16:43 to go in the first half. It's UT Rio Grande 9-0 over Baylor. Sheesh. Houston has the basketball. And that is no good miss, but Houston with the offensive rebound and the dunk. 5-0 Houston. I'm interested to see how Houston does this year just because they had a good, from what I recall, they had a good amount of seniors last year that obviously left and went into the NBA portal and all that NBA draft and all that stuff, like Cryer and LJ Cryer and a bunch of other players. Yeah, 5-0 Houston. Baylor's over here getting smacked. Three-pointer for Baylor. It's now 9-3. This is so weird. Three-pointer for Lehigh off the mark. Houston with the defensive rebound. All right, let me real quick. Three-pointer for Baylor again. It's 9-6. So they're slowly coming back. It's 8-0. So three-pointer for Houston. It's now 8-0. Houston, Lehigh with the basketball again. Off 2-pointer off the mark, but offensive rebound for three off the mark as well. Offensive rebound again for Lehigh. Houston cannot get rebound and save their life. For two is off the mark. Houston with the defensive rebound finally. Oh, tied up 9-9. UT Rio Grande for the three off the mark. Baylor defensive rebound. Houston goes for two and is good. Houston now leads 10-0 with 17 minutes to go in the first half. 15:05 to go in the first half. It's 9-9 Baylor and UT Rio Grande. Live now on the Super Sam's Sports Encore channel if you want to join. Houston misses. Defensive rebound for Lehigh. And the whistle. The Baylor game's on a commercial break. Jum 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 boom 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 Okay. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. Houston, Emmanuel Sharp off the mark for 3. Off the mark. But the offensive rebound. And, oh, no good. Oh. Foul on Houston? I have no idea. Either way, they're taking a timeout here. 15:41 left in the first half. 10-0 Houston over Lehigh. I've been sweaty all day. 10-9 Baylor. 15:05 to go in the first half. Baylor shooting free throws right now. They just made the first, and they make both. They go 2 for 2 at the line. They now lead 11-9 over UT Rio Grande Valley, I believe. And a three cashed in for UT Rio Grande. So it's now 12-11. Oh man. They're showing a replay of last year's national championship between Houston and Florida, where Florida won it. Yes. Alright. Shout out to my dad in the chat while we're watching. Watch party for Houston, for the Houston Cougars and Lehigh. Houston versus Lehigh. Also Baylor versus UT Rio Grande. UT Rio Grande leads 14-11 over Baylor with 14 minutes left in the first half. Baylor going for two off the mark. There's a foul called, I believe. Yeah, foul called. Houston leads Lehigh 10-0 with under 15 minutes left in the first half. Houston's got a layup or a dunk, so it's now 12-0. Isaac Williams, the fourth, I believe that is, now at the free throw line for Baylor. Makes the first one. It's now 14-12. UT Rio Grande. He transferred from Texas A&M Corpus Christi to Baylor. Missed that one, so it's still 14-12. I can't put the game on my screen. I'll get copyright for that. Here it is. Oh, I don't think I have YouTube TV on my. I don't think I have YouTube TV on this computer. On YouTube TV. Oh wait, here. Okay, there we go. I got it. Okay, there we go. I got it. And here we'll do something. There we go. There we go. Now I got both. Nice. Turn that off. Yeah. Would you? Yee. Yee. Oh boy. Okay. So 12 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. It's 22-12. UT Rio Grande over Baylor. Hi. 12 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the first half. It is Houston over Lehigh 15-7. Number 2, Houston over Lehigh 15-7. Looking at on Lehigh down by 7, 15-8 with 12 minutes to go in the first half. Baylor, of course, 12 minutes to go in the first half. It's 22-12. UT Rio Grande. All right. All right. Let's look at some college basketball scores while Houston game just went on break. So let me full screen college basketball. Where is it? More sports. College. Here we go. All right, so right now, number 5, St. John's is beating Quinnipiac 90-55, 7:54 to go in the game. 15:51 to go in the game. Uh, number 25 North Carolina is beating Central Arkansas 63-28. 14 number 14 ranked Arkansas is winning over Southern 72-44. 15:37 to go in the game. 8:21 to go in the first half. 15 Alabama winning 32-18 over North Dakota. Number 4 UConn is winning 53-35 over New Haven. 13:40 to go in the game. 12 minutes to go in the game. It's 18, Tennessee over Mercer, 52-32. 59-52, number 13, Arizona over number 3, Florida, 15-15 to go in the game. And then, of course, this game for Houston. Let me see scores. Here we go. So minimize. Put Baylor on big screen. Oh, yeah. There you go. So that way I'm not looking at the floor. In that case, let me go get my remote again because I tossed it way over there. ESPN. 11:40 to go in the first half. Lehigh just failed to score. It's Houston defensive rebound. Houston still leads 15-8 over Lehigh. Hey, guys. 3 turnovers on the last 5 possessions for Houston. All right, ESPN is loading. I believe. Nope. Uh, no. Hold on, guys. Almost done. Hold on, guys. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. I might know. I might know. I might know how to do this. So sorry, guys. It's taking longer than anticipated, clearly. Uh, but let me see. This one. They used to have an option for ESPN and ESPN Plus. They don't have that anymore. Uh, no, it's just telling me get access. I do have access. There you go. Got it. Okay. Uh, there we go. I was able to get it. Yep. Nope, I got it. No, I got it. I'm confused as flipping heck. Um, oh my god. Okay. I have ESPN Plus. I don't know what it's talking about exactly. Okay. Hold on. Wait, what? ESPN.com/stream. Okay. ESPN.com/stream. Stream. QNGG. No, I wasn't. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I have no idea how to do this. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Unfortunately, we're just gonna have to. I don't know how to do that. No, it's almost like YouTube. It's almost like ESPN wants me to. I don't know. It says get access to ESPN Plus to watch it, but it's funny because we already have ESPN. We've, I feel like, honestly logged in and like paid or whatever for it like several times. But it's funny because I feel like ESPN, they used to have like two options. They used to have an option where you could go to ESPN Plus. I don't see that anymore. So I have no idea, no clue what happened. 7 minutes to go in the first half. It's 28-26 UT Rio Grande over Baylor. Again, hint, I haven't done this in a while. All right, 24-12. Number two ranked Houston over Lehigh with 7 minutes to go. here in the first half. All right. So real quick, look at some more scores for ESPN. So, oh wow. Wait, hold on. Number 22 ranked up 2-pointer for Baylor. Wall tied up 28-28. 2-pointer. No, sorry. 7 minutes to go in the game. It's 22 ranked Michigan State over Colgate 63-55. 11:21 to go in the game. 69-39. 25 ranked North Carolina over Central Arkansas. Uh, 16 ranked Iowa State over Fairleigh Dickinson 33-16. 19 ranked Kansas over Green Bay 31-12. 20 ranked Auburn over Bethune Cookman 32-28. 24 ranked Wisconsin over Campbell 37-28. 17 ranked Illinois over Jackson State, now 7-0. 17:34 to go in the game. So, what's left to go? I'm just looking at the top 25 games of the teams that are in the top 25. So, 7 ranked Michigan takes on Oakland at 5:30, which is right. Or no, sorry, at 7:30, which is right now, just about. 6 p.m. 11 ranked Louisville takes on South Carolina State. Or sorry, at 8 p.m. Sorry, this computer is like 2 hours back from my phone. So, and this computer. So, um, yeah, 6 p.m. 8 p.m. On ESPN Plus. 21 ranked Gonzaga takes on Texas Southern. 8:30 p.m. Villanova takes on the 8 ranked BYU, and at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Washington takes on 12 ranked UCLA. All right, 2-pointers drained. 4:55 4:55 left in the first quarter. It's 28-16. 2-ranked Houston over Lehigh. 5:37 to go in the first half. 28-28 tie game. Baylor and UT Rio Grande. All right. All right. And that's a made shot by Houston. It's 30-16 now. 30-16 at 4:30 to go in the first half. 30-16. Um, Baylor shooting free throws and misses that one. It's 5 minutes to go in the first half. UT Rio Grande leads 31-28 over Baylor. Right now, Cameron Carr is at the free throw line for Baylor. Cameron Carr. This is the final free throw. He missed the first one. Right now, he's 0 for 1. This is his last one, and he goes 1 for 2. At the line, 31-29. Houston has the ball for two off the mark. Offensive rebound for two makes it in 32-19. 32-19. So, oh, no. Okay. Smooth basket there. 32-21 for two-ranked Houston over Lehigh. 3:25 left in the first quarter. Timeout called by Houston, and they will take a commercial break. 33-29 at UT Rio Grande over Baylor. 4 minutes 16 seconds left in the 4 minutes 16 seconds left in the first half. All right. 3:42 left in the first half. 33-31 UT Rio Grande over Baylor. Timeout is taken, and they're on a commercial break. Both games are on a well, Houston just came back, but real quick, let's take a look at some scores for the NFL. 2:02 to go in the first quarter. The Cardinals lead the Cowboys at 3-0. The Ravens beat the Dolphins. This was back on Thursday. The Ravens beat the Dolphins 28-6. Back on Sunday, the Bears beat the Bengals 47-42. Vikings beat the Lions 27-24. Panthers beat the Packers 16-13. Chargers beat the Titans 27-20. Patriots beat the Falcons 24-23. 49ers, beat the Giants 34-24. The Steelers beat the Colts 27-20. The Broncos beat the Texans 18-15. That now puts the Texans 3-5 overall and 2-2 at home. Broncos are now 7-2 overall. Wow. Jaguars beat the Raiders 30-29. Rams beat the Saints 34-10. Bills beat the Chiefs. That's a good matchup. Bills beat the Chiefs 28-21, and the Seahawks beat the Commanders 38-14. The bye week teams for this week were the Browns, Jets, Eagles, and Buccaneers for week 9. And currently right now for Monday Night Football, it's 2:02 to go in the first quarter, and it's 3-0 Cardinals over Cowboys. So, yeah. NBA scores, we will talk about that right after we talk about Houston's game at 34-21 to ranked Houston over Lehigh right now. For the Baylor game, it's still an ad break, so 5:58 to go in the third quarter. It's 81-73 Timberwolves over Nets. Bucks lead the Pacers 70-61. 6:10 to go in the third quarter. Halftime, the Celtics lead the Jazz at 46-36. The Knicks lead the Wizards 57-54 at halftime. 31-28, Rockets over Mavericks, a in-state matchup. 10:15 to go in the second quarter. 37-36, Pistons over Grizzlies with 8:20 to go in the second quarter. Coming up at 8 p.m. is the Kings and Nuggets. At 9 p.m. is the Lakers versus Trailblazers, and at 9:30 p.m. is the Miami Heat versus the Clippers. So, all right, so 34-21, two-ranked Houston over Lehigh with 2 minutes and just under 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first half. 33-31 with 3 minutes, 42 seconds left in the first half. 33-31, UT Rio Grande over Baylor. Baylor, gonna be honest, needs to step up on offense, especially in the second half if they want to beat. They don't want to get embarrassed by, for sure, a team that is worse than them. They need to step it up. 36-21, Houston over Lehigh. 2:06 to go in the first half. Lehigh has called a timeout, and they go on commercial break once again. All right, and let's look at. Oh, so for those who don't know, or for those who didn't see the World Series for MLB, Major League Baseball, finished yesterday. No, not yesterday. Finished the other day. Finished Saturday. Saturday night went 10 innings. Game 7 between the Toronto Blue Jays and Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers ended up winning. Coming back. It took multiple innings. It took, I believe, multiple innings, but they came down. They came back from being down 3-1 in Game 7, and they ended up winning it. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, one of the Dodgers starters, he had pitched a complete game. No, sorry, not complete game. He had pitched 6 innings. This was back in Game 6. This was the day before Game 7. He had pitched the night before Game 7. He had pitched 6 innings of 96 pitches. He came in for 3 innings on Saturday night for Game 7, and he finished the job for the Dodgers. Japanese pitchers just don't stop. They just never do. They never stop. So yeah. Anyways, long story short, Dodgers won 5-4 over the Blue Jays, and they have officially won back-to-back World Series titles. Now they've officially won back-to-back World Series championships now. Which I want to say they are the first to do that. I think, yeah, they're the first to do that since Derek Jeter and the Yankees did it 3 times in a row, which is insane. It's insane. All right, so it is 41-23 to ranked Houston over Lehigh with 30 seconds left in the first half, and whistle. Foul. Okay. So nope, not that. This. Let me see. NHL. We'll do it. 12:33 to go in the second. 2-0 Penguins over Maple Leafs. 9:54 to go in the first. 0-0 still between Oilers and Blues. Canucks and Predators 1-0. Predators 1-0 over Canucks. 12:53 to go in the first. 7 p.m. to go. Coming up at 9 p.m. is the Blackhawks versus the Kraken. Love saying that. I don't know why. I apologize in advance. So we don't normally do. Let's look at some college football scores. So coming up on Friday, they are this Friday will begin week 11 for college football. Uh, the two games on Friday are both at 9 p.m. and they are Northwestern versus number 20 ranked USC and Tulane versus number 22 ranked Memphis. On Saturday is the big day of all the games at 11 a.m. is 2 ranked Indiana versus Penn State, 5 ranked Georgia versus Mississippi State, number 8 ranked BYU versus number 9 ranked Texas Tech. Coming up at 12 p.m. that day is number 1 ranked Ohio State, who's 8-0 versus Purdue, who's 2-7. See, that's the biggest difference between the between the Purdue football team and the men's basketball team for Purdue, because the men's basketball team for the Purdue men's basketball team is very, very good. The men's football Purdue team is really, really bad. Is really, really bad. Um, so that's at 12 p.m. Also at 12 p.m. is the Citadel versus 7 ranked Ole Miss. 2:30 p.m. The 3 ranked Texas A&M Aggies take on the 19 ranked Missouri Tigers. At 2:30 p.m., 6 ranked Oregon takes on Iowa. Syracuse takes on 18 ranked Miami. Oh, Houston, Baylor just came back. Oh, they basically just made a bunch of shots. A 3-pointer, a 3-point buzzer beater for Baylor to finish off the first half. So that means we'll take a look at the score in a little bit here. But 44-23, 2 ranked Houston over Lehigh at halftime. 2:30 p.m. Syracuse versus 18 ranked Miami. 3 p.m. Auburn versus 15 ranked Vanderbilt. 3:30 p.m. 24 ranked Washington versus Wisconsin. At 6 p.m. Wake Forest versus 12 ranked Virginia. California versus 14 ranked Louisville. At 6:30 p.m. LSU versus 4 ranked Alabama. At 6:30 p.m. as well is Navy versus 10 ranked Notre Dame. Navy, I feel like, in my opinion, is another thing where it's like their men's college basketball team is not the greatest, but their men's college football team is actually very, very good. Is actually pretty good. All right. Uh, so what is it? So, Baylor, Ba- Baylor. All right. So currently at halftime, the Baylor Bears lead the UT Rio Grande Valley Vaqueros. Hope I'm saying that right. At halftime, Baylor leads 46-37. So that's that. Oh, whoops. Oh, there, there. All right. But no. Uh, so to talk about my schedule, um, But no, as far as I was gonna say, as far as my schedule, obviously my schedule nowadays is packed with reactions and watch parties and old school Saturdays and all that stuff. As far as like the old school Saturdays every Saturday morning, but watch parties and reactions basically every day, on except for like Sundays on the reaction channel. So my schedule is always jam packed as far as that. Um, which is another main reason why I haven't been able to come on the uh sports podcast channel um a lot lately is because of that. I've been really busy as far as the reaction channel goes, keeping that consistent, and stuff. So, but one thing I am excited for is we definitely will for sure. Let me mute this since they are at halftime. Let me mute the Houston game real quick. Um, but because college basketball is getting back underway, we will you will see more live streams here lately, um, on this channel, which will be the good thing. Because I know we have definitely been uh, inconsistent. Definitely. Um, some people may say that as an understatement. Um, but yeah, no, definitely, we will definitely be doing more live streams here on the sports podcast channel, especially because college basketball is back. We'll definitely be doing more games 100%, more live streams 100%. Let me real quick look, see when is Baylor, Houston, and Ohio State's next games, and when is Ohio State now on Big Ten Plus. For those who don't know, I was originally supposed to go live at 5:30 p.m. Central Time first for a watch party for the Ohio State, and most likely I was going to cross over for the start of the Houston and Baylor games too. But for the Ohio State versus IU Indy game, but unfortunately, it was on Big Ten Plus. I don't have Big Ten Plus, so therefore I wasn't able to do a watch party for that game. So now we're here only doing watch parties for the Baylor UT Rio Grande Valley game and the Houston Lehigh game and the UT Rio Grande Valley and Baylor game. Um, but hopefully next Ohio State game they will not be on Big Ten Plus, and hopefully then we will be able to do a watch party for them as our first Ohio State game watch party. Let me see. So Baylor. Hold on, Baylor. So Baylor's next game is at 7:30 p.m. CT on ESPN on the 9th. So when is that? That is the 9th. That is this so this next Sunday, the 9th. And they'll be taking on Washington in Baylor. They'll be in Waco, Texas. They'll be taking on Washington. Houston will be playing on the 8th. That is this coming Saturday. On the 8th, they will be playing at 2 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus against Towson. against Towson. What about Ohio State? The Ohio State Buckeyes, they won today 118-102 over IU Indy. So at 3:30 p.m. coming up on the 7th, that is the Friday, this coming Friday, on at 3:30 p.m. on the Big Ten Network, not Big Ten Plus, Big Ten Network. They will be taking on Purdue Fort Wayne. I believe so. How you say that? Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons. Yeah. So very, very cool. Very, very cool. Hold on, guys. Let me real quick. Ohio State's game finished. So what does that mean? I need to update the standings for the committee for the first time this season. For the first time this season. Oh shoot, which one? Oh, here. Here. Alright. Ohio State beats IU Indy. What was it? 118-102, I believe it was. 118-102. New after Ohio State game. A B C D E F G H I J K L A B C D E F G H I J K L M N P Q R S. So I'm last. Uncle David 1-0. Uncle 1-0. Me 1-0. Awesome. Okay. It was on. It was. Wait, shoot. Hold on. Who was it? It was 118-102. Yes. Yes, it was. Okay. So this just goes to show how fast an hour can go. We're already an hour and 4 minutes. And we're already an hour and 4.5 minutes in. Okay. So it looks like Houston and Lehigh are just about to get started with the second and final half of the game. Let me real quick. So Super Sam's performance encore. But no, looking at both channels, the reaction channel has gotten extremely big, clearly. But it's gotten pretty. It's gotten a bit bigger since I've last live streamed on this sports channel. Currently, right now at 1,358 subscribers. It says plus 122 plus 122 subscribers in the last 28 days. And yeah. Wait, hold on. As far as views, hold on. Can I see can I see my amount of views exactly? Okay, so see all. So the reaction channel is big. Now let's go over to the to this channel, the sports channel. And you know what? We'll do all three channels. So we'll do this one next, the sports channel, and then we will do the Encore, the Super Sam's Encore channel. So let's go over to the sports. Real quick, unmute the Houston. All right, sports channel. So currently at 22 subs, it says -1 in the last 28 days. It says, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can look at my subs. Analytics, here we go. Analytics. Your channel got 10 views in the last 28 days. Now, let's take a look at the Switch count. Let's take a look at the Super Sam's Encore channel, which that is currently at 24 subscribers currently, plus 19 in the last 28 days. Looking at analytics, 288 views and going up. It says 999% more than previous 28 days. 69.1 watch time hours, or in this case, hours, plus 19 subscribers. So yeah. Let me real quick switch that back to the sports. Whoops. Sports. There we go. Alright. So wait, hold on. Where's the it's oh. Alright. I do not want to do that. No. Yes. Let me bring this up again. Alright. So it looks like a foul on Houston. Looks like it's going up against Houston's player Tugler. Looks like it goes up against him. Alright, so Baylor is just now starting the second half. Baylor's at the free throw line. They just made both, I think. It's now 50-39. Baylor over UT Rio Grande. Just over 19 minutes left in the game. Houston obviously just started the second half. It's 44-23 over Lehigh. But yeah, now that college basketball is back underway and is going again, there you will see a lot more live streams on. You will see a lot more live streams coming up on the sports podcast channel on this channel, which will be nice. A 3-pointer for Lehigh. Houston now leads Lehigh 44-26. 18 minutes to go in the game. It's 52-41. Baylor over UT Rio Grande. UT Rio Grande with the steal, but a foul. No, sorry. They still going. UT Rio Grande with the steal, so they now ball, I think. No, never mind. They had the ball. Yes. 3-pointer off the mark. Baylor with a defensive rebound. And Baylor's the basketball again. 3-pointer cashed, and it's now a 55-41 Baylor over UT Rio Grande Valley. 2-ranked Houston leads Lehigh 45-26 with just over 18 minutes to go in the second and final half of the game. Off the top of the backboard, they don't whistle. We're still playing. Houston with the defensive rebound. Houston basketball for two is good at 47-26. They extend their lead to 47-26. I think, if I'm correct, I think they were just mentioning. I clearly didn't see this, but I think one of the Houston players is cramping up, so they're giving updates as they get them. But right now he's not in the game. All right, Lehigh, 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 Lehigh has the basketball for two off the mark. Houston with the defensive rebound, but a foul on Houston. And that means free throws, I think, for Lehigh, if I'm not mistaken. I guess it depends on the foul. So never mind. They'll just throw it in. They'll throw it in from the sidelines. In a way, you can tell I'm rusty. I haven't done any live stream on this channel in a minute. All right. Lehigh will throw it in from the sidelines. All right, Lehigh throws it in from the sidelines. They will pass it. Kicks out the leg, and it remains Lehigh basketball. That's funny. So the announcers mentioned how the student section, that's like right behind them, they always get like kind of riled up, or they always get kind of like um riled up in a way. But for some reason, when the mop guys come out on the court to clean up like a spot on the court, they really get riled up. I don't know why. They just do. Out of bounds, and that will be Houston basketball. 47-26 is two ranked Houston over Lehigh with 16:40 to go in the game. From the corner off the mark, Lehigh defensive rebound, Lehigh basketball. And Baylor goes on commercial break, and that will be a foul on Houston. So a couple free throws at the line for Lehigh. All right, let me see. So 3:50 to go in the game. It's 10-7. Cardinals over Cowboys. Let me see. Oh, I was about to say let's look at some MLB news. Let me real quick check the Baylor score right now because they went to break before I could even see it. So currently, right now, Baylor leads UT Rio Grande Valley 61-45 with 15:14 to go in the game. Now, let let's look. Now let's look at uh now let's look at MLB news. Man will show up with the offensive rebound for Houston. Houston trying to find a place where they can shoot and misses it. A defensive rebound by Lehigh. MLB. Alright, so so special news. So ESPN News Services. This article is by ESPN News Services. This is uh, ESPN News Services from ESPN. Alex Bregman, Cody Bellinger, Edwin Diaz opt out for free agency. Bregman was pretty expected. I had no idea Bellinger nor Diaz were going to opt out. It says, again, per ESPN News Services of ESPN, Boston Red Sox third baseman Alex Bregman, New York Yankees outfielder slash first baseman Cody Bellinger, and New York Mets closer Edwin Diaz are among the players to have opted out of their contracts Monday and will become free agents. Bregman, as expected, decided to forego the final 2 years of a 3-year, $120 million deal with the Red Sox and will be entering free agency for a second consecutive season. Sources told ESPN's Jeff Passan. Bregman, who's 31 years old, got off to a fast start in Boston, hitting .299 with 11 homers and 35 RBIs before suffering a quad injury that sidelined him from May 24th to July 11th. He finished the season with a .273 average, 18 home runs, and 62 RBIs. More than 140 players have become free agents in the 2 days following the end of the World Series. with more expected to join that list through Thursday, depending on depending on whether team, player, and mutual options are exercised. Bellinger, who declined his $25 million option, topped the list in 2025 WAR, and he hit .302 with 18 home runs and a .909 OPS at Yankee Stadium. He struggled on the road, however, batting .241 with 11 home runs and a .715 OPS. Diaz turned down the 2-year, $37 million option on his deal with the Mets after a banner season. After a banner season in which the 31-year-old right-hander had 28 saves with a 1.61 ERA and 98 strikeouts. He will be joined in free agency as expected by Mets veteran first baseman Pete Alonso, who declined his $24 million player option. Alonso, who turns 31 next month, slashed .272, .347, .524 with 38 home runs and 126 RBIs. San Diego Padres closer Robert Suarez, who led the National League this season with 40 saves, declined his 2-year, $16 million option. He was joined in free agency by teammate Michael King, who was guaranteed $7.7 million under a 1-year contract that included a $3.75 million buyout of a $15 million option. King, a 30-year-old right-hander, was 5-3 with a 3.44 ERA this year, limited to 15 years by stints on the injured list for right shoulder inflammation. It seems like a lot of people not happy with their teams. Anyways, Braves. Hold on, we'll talk about this in a minute. Houston game is going on. Okay, so 47-31 to rank Houston over Lehigh. 14:47 left in the game. 66-50 Baylor over UT Rio Grande. Sorry, 66-53 Baylor over UT Rio Grande. 13:20 to go in the game, I think. Yeah. Okay. So now let's go back to ESPN. All right. So so it says Braves promote Walt Wise to manager to replace Brian Snitker. So Brian Snitker is out. Per Jeff Passan of ESPN, it says the Atlanta Braves hired Walt Wise at I do apologize if I'm saying this right, as manager on Monday. Today, turning to their longtime bench coach in hopes of a turnaround after they missed the playoffs for the first time in 7 years. Wise, 61, managed the Colorado Rockies from 2013 to 2016, going 283 to 365 and never finishing higher than third place. He inherits a talented Braves team that finished 76 and 86 and was ravaged by injuries. That was the Astros' problem. Atlanta returns one of the problems, at least. Atlanta returns a strong core led by former MVP Ronald Acuna Jr., first baseman Matt Olson, third baseman Austin Riley, future star catcher Drake Baldwin, and a rotation featuring Chris Sale, Spencer Strider, and Spencer Schwellenbach. After a fourth-place finish, Atlanta still could be among the favorites in the National League East, with division champion Philadelphia looking at significant changes over the winter. New York trying to rebound from a late season collapse, and Miami still at least a year away from contention. Wise emerged as the favorite to take over from Brian Snitker, who led Atlanta to its 2021 World Series title and accepted a senior advisor role with the team after the expiration of his contract following the 2025 season. Wise joined Atlanta in 2018 as a bench coach and had been Snitker's consigliere since. A 14-year major leaguer, Wise was a glove first shortstop who won a World Series with Oakland in 1989. The Braves will need a new shortstop for the 2026 season after Ha-Seong Kim opted out of his contract today. Again, everyone seems to opt out. Everyone seems to hate their teams. I'm just kidding. 53-33, 2 ranked Houston over Lehigh. Lehigh for 3, drains it. 2 ranked Houston 53-36 over Lehigh at 13 minutes to play here in the game. 70-55, Baylor over UT Rio Grande with 12:10 to play in the game as well. Excuse me. Delgado, who is Dodgers plans through parade. Oh yeah. Delgado to hold out. Carlos Delgado among adds to Hall of Fame contemporary era ballot. This was per Associated Press of ESPN. It says Cooperstown, New York, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, Don Mattingly, and Dale Murphy were held over on the Hall of Fame's contemporary baseball era committee ballots and will be joined next month by Carlos Delgado, Jeff Kent, Gary Sheffield, and Fernando Valenzuela. The 16-person committee meets on December 7th at the winter meetings in Orlando, Florida, and a 75% vote is necessary for election. Anyone elected will be inducted on July 26th, along with anyone chosen in the Baseball Writers Association of America vote, announced on January 20th. Albert Bell, Raphael Palmeiro, and Kurt Schilling were dropped after appearing on the previous contemporary ballot in December 2022, when Fred McGriff was unanimously elected with 16 votes. Mattingly received 8, Schilling 7, Murphy 6, and Bell, Bonds, Clemens, and Palmeiro less than 4. The Hall said then. The Hall in 2022 restructured its veterans committees for the third time in 12 years, setting up panels to consider the contemporary era from 1981 on, as well as the classic era. The contemporary baseball era holds separate ballots for players and another for managers, executives, and umpires. Talking a lot. Alright, so Marlins promote Gabe Kapler to GM amid front office changes. This was per Associated Press of ESPN. Of course, Miami is trying to get better, or at least, of course, Miami is right now going through a rebuild, because they have been sucking for the past several years. I'm joking. Kind of. Miami. I'm gonna shush. Per Associated Press by of ESPN. The Miami Marlins promoted Gabe Kapler to general manager on Monday amid a series of front office moves, the team announced. Additionally, Frankie Paglia was promoted to vice president of amateur forecasting and player evaluation initiatives, and Vinish Canthan was moved to senior director of baseball operations. Kaplan Kapler will be the club's sixth general manager after beginning his tenure with the Marlins in 2024 as an assistant GM, focusing on player coaching and staff development. This past season, the Marlins minor league system made club history with four different affiliates reaching the postseason as at their respective levels. That includes Jacksonville, which claimed the AAA national championship. Congratulations to Jacksonville. Kapler spent the previous 6 seasons as a manager with Philadelphia 2018 to 19 and San Francisco 2020 to 23. The Los Angeles native was also the World Series champion. Was also the World Series champion Dodgers director of player development from 2015 to 17, during which he worked with Marlins manager Clayton McCullough. Miami outperformed many expectations in McCullough's first season, going 79-83. The Marlins had an over/under of 62 and one half wins before 62 and a half wins before the season. Their 16 and one half win over performance was the best in baseball, and they won 13 of their final 17 games. So we're going to stop right there. We're going to keep going a little while later. But right now, we got to catch up on the Houston game. So Emmanuel Sharp just finished free throws for Houston. He just made it. So it's now 57-38 to rank Houston over Lehigh. 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game. 70-57 Baylor over UT Rio Grande. 11 minutes, 16 seconds to go in that game as well. All right. All right. So, sorry, not scores, just flat MLB in general. All right. I think we've covered just about all there is to cover, at least right now, as far as MLB stuff. I mean, we could do the way too early 2026 MLB power rankings. We'll do that. Why not? So Per David Schoenfield, again, hope I'm saying the right. Per David, ESPN, in a dramatic finish to the 2025 postseason, the Los Angeles Dodgers defeated the Toronto Blue Jays in an extra innings winner-take-all Game 7 to become the first repeat World Series champion since the 2000 New York Yankees. I was correct. Now the offseason begins. Contract options to consider, free agency, trade rumors. Let the fun begin. That is one thing I'm excited for. I'm excited to see what this offseason looks like. I'm excited to see where all the free agents go, like trades. What happens as far as trades, free agency, like contracts, and just everything else. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Offseason, in my opinion, is one of the most exciting things out of all the entire baseball season. I get the offseason is after the baseball season, but whatever. We kick excuse me. We kicked it off with our annual way too early power rankings, focusing on how teams look right now, minus their free agents, while factoring in rookies and young players who will make an impact next season, and considering second half performances, age of the roster, and holes to fix. The top team, probably not a surprise. And what do you know? The top team is the Los Angeles Dodgers, 2025 record at 93-69. The 2025 rankings were third. Number 2, we have the Blue Jays. They were 94-68. Last season, 2025 rankings were fourth. Number 3 is the Seattle Mariners. Finished 2025 at 90-72. Final 2025 rankings were 5th. New York Yankees are number 4. Their 2025 record was 94 and 68. Their final 2025 rankings were 6th. Number 5, Boston Red Sox finished 89-73. And they were 9 in rankings. Cubs 92-70, and they were 7 in rankings. Brewers number 7, 97-65. They were 1st in rankings. Cincinnati Reds 2025 record 83-79. 2025 rankings 13th. Number 9, Philadelphia Phillies 2025 record 96-66. Final 2025 rankings 2. 10, Detroit Tigers 2025 record 87-75. Final 2025 rankings 11. 11, Kansas City Royals 2025 record 82-80. Final 2025 rankings 18. 12 ranked New York Mets 2025 record 83-79. Final 2025 rankings 14. 13, Tampa Bay Rays 2025 record 77-85. Final 2025 rankings 19. 14, Atlanta Braves 2025 record 76-86. Final 2025 rankings 21. 15, San Diego Padres 2025 record 90-72. Final 2025 ranking 18. 16, Cleveland Guardians 2025 record 88-74. Final 2025 ranking is 10. 17, San Francisco Giants 2025 record 81-81. Final 2025 ranking was 17. 18 ranked 18, Texas Rangers 2025 record, they finished at 81-81, same as the San Francisco Giants. Final 2025 rankings was 16. 19, Oakland Athletics 2025 record 76-86. Final 2025 rankings were 23rd. 20, Baltimore Orioles 2025 record at 75-87. Final 2025 rankings at 24. Number 21 coming up next is Miami Marlins. 2025 record is 79-83. Final 2025 rankings was 22. Speaking of 22, coming up at number 22 is the Arizona Diamondbacks. 2025 record, they finished 80-82. Their final 2025 rankings, they finished at 15. 2023, not 23. Coming at 23 is my team, Houston Astros. 2025 record was 87-75. Final 2025 rankings were 12. 24 ranked Chicago White Sox. 2025 record 60-102. Final 2025 rankings were 28. 25 ranked Pittsburgh Pirates. 2025 record at 71-81. 2025 rankings were also 25. They are right where they were. They haven't moved up or down. 26, St. Louis Cardinals. 2025 record 78-84. Final 2025 rankings 20. Number 27 is Minnesota Twins. 2025 record 70-92. Final 2025 ranking at 27. Coming up at 28 is Los Angeles Angels. 2025 record, they finished at 72-90. Final 2025 rankings, they finished at 26. Coming up at 29 is the Washington Nationals with a 2025 record of 66-96. Final 2025 rankings were 29, so they haven't moved at all. Nor has this final team, which is number 30, the Colorado Rockies, finished the 2025 season at 43-119, the worst record in baseball this season. Final 2025 rankings was 30. So, all right. Number 2 ranked Houston leads 59-40 over Lehigh. 9:23 left in the second half, and they made that free throw. So now 59-41. Lehigh was at free throw. Okay. Free throw line. Okay. Let me real quick pull up. Whoops. Let me real quick pull up Baylor's score. Just to see where they're at. So Baylor currently is leading 76-63 over UT Rio Grande Valley, and with 7 minutes and 28 seconds left in the game. After this watch party is done, I'm gonna go eat dinner. I've yet to eat anything for dinner. You have to eat anything. And that is out of bounds. Foul goes against Sharp of Houston, so that means Lehigh basketball. Lehigh will throw it in. No, sorry. Lehigh will get a couple free throws here. Makes the first one is now 64-42. 64-42. Two-ranked Houston over Lehigh. Bad pass there by Houston at Lehigh with the steal. Oh, for two. Nice shot. 60 off the backboard. Two-ranked Houston leads by 20, 64-44 over Lehigh, now with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. 78. Oh, I'm waiting for the scoreboard change. Nope. Okay. 78-63 Baylor over UT Rio Grande with 78-63 with 6 minutes and 39 seconds left in the game. And a foul is called on UT Rio Grande. So that means Baylor will go to I think, if I'm correct, Baylor will go to the free throw line and shoot a couple. Yes, Baylor will go to the free throw line and shoot a couple. Looks like it will be Powell for Baylor. Mm-hmm. Misses the first one and makes the second. 80-64. Sorry, 80-63. I mean, tomorrow on CBS Sports Network at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time is University of Massachusetts taking on Akron at Akron. UMass at Akron. So for those who want to see that game, it's 83-65 Baylor over UT Rio Grande with 5.5 minutes left in the game. 5:33 left in the game. 6:59 to go in the game. 66-44 to ranked Houston over Lehigh with 6:59 to go in the game. So very cool. Right now, if this stays and there's no really long timeout for Baylor for the Baylor game, it's looking like the Baylor game will most likely finish before this Houston game does. Houston's at 6:59 to go in the game, and Baylor is at 5:22 left in the game. So, assuming everything goes to plan, Baylor looks like Baylor's game will end first before the Houston game does. My guess is by the time the Baylor game ends, Houston will probably have probably about 2 to 3 minutes left in this game. I don't know. We'll see. Excuse me. Excuse me. A no look pass for Lehigh, and they just get a two point layup. 68-46 Houston over Lehigh. 6 minutes left in the game. 85-65 Baylor up by 20 over UT Rio Grande. 2-pointer miss. Baylor leads 85-65 by 20 over UT Rio Grande with 5 minutes to go in the game. Well, I don't know. We'll see. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left for the Houston game. So I don't know. They could end around the same time. I don't know. We'll see. But 2-pointer for Lehigh is now 68-48, 20-point lead for Houston. 25 to play, and that's off the mark. Houston with the offensive rebound, though, passes it down to Emmanuel Sharp, passes it down to number 4, number 7. I unfortunately don't remember. It's been a little bit since we've had college. A steal, good defense by Lehigh, a steal for Lehigh, and it remains with it, and that's out of bounds, and looks like it'll stay with Lehigh. But no, what I was about to say was it's been a little bit since we've of course last had college basketball. Um, it's been a minute. So don't know. I unfortunately don't remember a lot of Houston names, nor Baylor and Ohio State, because that will be Joe's team for this year's Ohio State. But then again, at college, it's kind of hard to remember everyone's names each year just because you're switching out players constantly. Because you will have some players that may go in and out of like the transfer portal. Not to mention some seniors are like uh, coming out of college, going into like the transferring over to like the NBA draft. So you're constantly switching back and forth in between having players come in and out, right? So in a way, it's kind of understandable. In a way, it's kind of understandable of why I don't know all of their names. I know him, obviously, Emmanuel Sharp, and I know there's some players I know, but they're showing Chris Walker at Milby High School. Um, all right, 3-pointer is drained by UT Rio Grande, 85-71 Baylor over UT Rio Grande with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. And first free throw is missed for Lehigh. They will get one more. So for the 0 for 1, they will either go 0 for 2 or 1 for 2. And look at the ref was just discussing some with with Houston's coach Kelvin Sampson. Yes, I remember his name. 68 to we're going again. And he goes 1 for 2 at the line. 68. Or was that 3? I have no idea. 68-51 to rank Houston over Lehigh. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. 4.5 minutes left in the game. And let me check Baylor's score since they just went on a commercial break. Baylor, 85-71 over UT Rio Grande with 3:55 to go in the game. And Houston misses the first free throw, so it's still 68-51. Oh for 1 will he go? He goes 1 for 2 at the line, so it's now 69 to 51 over Houston over Lehigh. Again, 4:20 to go. 4:20 to go in the game. 4 minutes 20 seconds to go in the game. And Houston's first game of this college basketball season. Let me close that. If we go to ESPN, let's look at the entire season for all 3 teams, Baylor, Houston, and Ohio State. Let's start with Baylor, and then we'll work our way to Houston, then Ohio State. So Baylor has Baylor has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games left of non-conference play after this game currently with UT Rio. 10 games left before conference play starts. They got coming up this next coming Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Sorry, at 7:30 p.m. Central Time on ESPN. They got Washington at 8 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. On the 14th, they got Tarleton State. Number 23, Creighton at 1 p.m. Central Time on the 24th. Number 5, ranked St. John's on True TV at 4 p.m. Central Time on the 25th of November. Those were the games for November. On the 2nd of December, now we're in the month of December, at 7 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus, they play Sacramento State. At 3:30 p.m. Central Time on CBS on the 6th, they play at Memphis against Memphis. So it looks like they have this game against UT Rio Grande, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a total of 6 games, including this current game, 6 games at home before they have their first game on the road against Memphis. And then on the 10th of December, they play at 11 a.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus against Norfolk State. Alcorn State on the 19th at 7 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. Then they play Southern at 12 p.m. Central Time on TNT on the 21st. Then on the 29th, they play Arlington Baptist at 3 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. And then they start conference play, which now I'm just going to list the teams that they play. So that they play TCU at TCU's place, Iowa State at home, Houston at home, Oklahoma State and Kansas on the road, Texas Tech, TCU at home, Cincinnati, West Virginia on the road, Colorado at home, Iowa State on the road, BYU, Louisville at home, Kansas State on the road, Arizona State and Arizona State, Arizona at home, UCF, Houston on the road, and then they finish off the season in Waco, Texas, at home against Utah on Peacock at 4 p.m. Central Time on the 7th of March. Now let's take a look at Houston. Real quick before we do that, let's check on the game. So 72-51, 2-ranked Houston over Lehigh at 3:44 left in the game. Lehigh currently shooting free throws right now. The first one is up and it's good, 72-52. 85-71 Baylor over UT Rio Grande with 3:18 to go in the game. I thought the screen was frozen, but it wasn't. It was just the camera angle. That looked funky. All right, so let's go. So Houston. So of course, including this game that they're currently doing, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12 games of non-conference play before conference play. So, coming up on the 8th, this coming next Saturday at 12 p.m. on ESPN Plus. Sorry, at 2 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. Towson. They play Towson at home. Then they play Oakland at home on the 12th at 7 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. Then they play the 20-ranked Auburn Tigers on the 16th at 2 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. Rider at home, 6 p.m. Central Time on the 20th on TNT. Sorry, that's 8 p.m. Central Time. My bad. 5 p.m. Central Time on the 24th against Syracuse. 15th-ranked Tennessee, they play on the 25th at 5 p.m. Central Time as well. At 7 p.m. Central Time on Peacock on the 6th of December. Florida State comes to town to play Houston in Houston. Jackson State in Houston at 7 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus on December 10th. December 13th at 2 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. Houston takes on New Orleans. 14-ranked Arkansas takes on Houston on CBS at 4:30 p.m. Central Time on the 20th of December. The 29th of December at 7 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. Houston takes on MTSU, okay, Middle Tennessee State University. At least I believe that's what that is. Middle Tennessee. Just Middle Tennessee. Never mind. And then we head into conference play, so I'm going to just list who they play. Cincinnati on the road, Texas Tech at home, Baylor on the road, West Virginia, Arizona State at home, Texas Tech, TCU on the road, Cincinnati, UCF on at home, BYU, Utah on the road, Kansas State at home, Iowa State on the road, Arizona at home, Kansas on the road, Colorado and Baylor at home, and then they finish out the season with Oklahoma State on the road at 11 a.m. Central Time on CBS on March 7th, same day as Baylor finishes out their season. So now let's check out Ohio State, which of course today they won 118-102 over IU Indy. So the remaining non-conference games they have now are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games left of non-conference play before conference play. So coming up, on the 7th, or in this case, this coming Friday at 3:30 p.m. at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on the Big Ten Network, they take on Purdue Fort Wayne, and they take on Appalachian State at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on Big Ten Plus on the 11th. Now on the 16th, they play at 11:30 a.m. Central Time on FS1 against Notre Dame. Then they play on the Big Ten Network at 7 p.m. Central Time on the 20th against Western Michigan. Mount St. Mary's at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on the 25th. The 28th at 6 p.m. Central Time on ESPN against Pitt. And then starting December, they play Northwestern at 1 p.m. Central Time. On the 9th of December, they play at 6:30 p.m. Central Time against 17-ranked Illinois. At this time right now, 17-ranked Illinois, West Virginia on ESPNU at 7 p.m. Central Time on the 13th of December. The 20th of December, they play at 2 p.m. Central Time against 25-ranked North Carolina. Grambling, they play at 1 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, they play Grambling on the 23rd of December. And then we start conference play. So they play Rutgers on the road, Nebraska at home, Oregon and Washington on the road, UCLA, Minnesota at home, Michigan on the road, Penn State at home, Wisconsin, Maryland on the road, Michigan, USC, Virginia, Wisconsin at home, Michigan State, Iowa on the road, Purdue at home, Penn State on the road, and they finish out the regular season with Indiana on March 7th, same day as Baylor and Houston in their seasons. Indiana on March 7th at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. So What's that? All right, so two ranked Houston leads 75 to 57. I think Manuel Sharp just drained to three. I think two ranked Houston leads 75-57 over Lehigh with 58.2 seconds to go, with 58 seconds left in the game. It is a minute and 30 to go in the game, and it's 90 to 76 Baylor over UT Rio Grande. Grand. I don't know how you pronounce it exactly. Whatever. Uh, I should really just listen to the announcers how they pronounce it, and that's how you pronounce it. I want to say it's grand though. But yeah, 53.2 seconds to go on the game clock. 23 seconds to go on the shot clock. Here in the game, 75-57, two ranked Houston Cougars over Lehigh, and then of course 50 seconds to go in the game, 92-78 Baylor over UT Rio Grande. 2-pointer for Baylor. They extend their lead to 94-78 over UT Rio Grande. And it looks like Baylor is UT Rio Grande for three off the mark. Baylor defensive rebound. And it looks like Baylor is going to actually finish before Houston does. Baylor is going to win the first game of the college men's basketball season against UT Rio Grande. They stopped the clock, so the game hasn't finished yet, but 50. Oh, wait, they haven't. We've been going for 2 hours and 7 minutes. 2 hours and 8 minutes now. This stream has been going on. So Baylor is at the free throw line. They will go for two. No, just one, I guess. They make it 96, 78. Under 20 seconds left in the game. For three, drained 96-81, and that'll be it. Baylor wins their first game of this college men's basketball season. Baylor wins and beats UT Rio Grande by a final score of 96-81. Baylor starts off the season 1-0. UT Rio Grande starts off the season 0-1. And at the same time, two-ranked Houston beats Lehigh by a final score of 75-57. So there you have it, folks. As always, that was episode. What was this again? This was episode 98. Yeah, 98 of the Super Sam Sports Encore podcast. Watch party of the two ranked Houston Cougars versus Lehigh. Also, Baylor versus UT Rio Grande. Houston wins 75-57 over Lehigh. Baylor wins over Lehigh by a final score of 96-81. So as always, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We will be back. When this coming Friday. The 7th, we'll be back at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on the Big Ten Network for the Ohio State game, which that is. Let me look it up one more time. Ohio State. Yes, so we'll be back this coming Friday, the 7th, at 3:30 p.m. Central Time 5:30 p.m. Central Time, this coming Friday, the 7th, on the Big Ten Network between Ohio State and Purdue Fort Wayne. So I'm excited for that one. As always, Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see y'all this coming Friday. Take care, guys. Have a good night. Peace out, guys.